has a resume like longer than I can't think of any crazy like metaphors. He has a very long resume that is humongous. He plays Winnie the Pooh primarily. Is probably his most well-known role, but like he was dog and cat dog. He's been a lot of different things. Lurkers. Which, that actually reminds me, I'm really hoping that there's going to be references to Downfall. Because since they mentioned in a lot of these dev notes and dev streams that they're going to incorporate lore that came, like, at the same time or after the original release, I'm really hoping that they incorporate bits of Downfall, because while not a perfect film, it was just nice to have, like, some Dead Space content in that realm. It is a very gory movie, as it should be. But to give a little bit of an explanation as to what this room is, in the original game, this was kind of like a... it was a laboratory where they grew, like, cloning, like... they basically flash cloned people in order to harvest, like, body parts, organs, what have you, to heal, like, injuries and stuff easier. So, like, these are probably, like, fully grown flash clones of people that would be used to essentially replace any body parts that an engineer might have lost. Which makes sense because the job is very, very, very hazardous. But from what I understand of the lore, they were cloned without any higher brain functions, so they're literally just like a living vegetable. Because like right here in the original game, it kind of like gives the extent of some of the injuries that these engineers had went through. But I do like how it's expanded upon, because in the original game it was just a bunch of vats filled with babies. But that also explains the presence of the lurkers on the ship, because if there was a flash cloning facility that had a bunch of flash cloned human children, is that an exercise ball? Let me see if I can catch it. Okay, let me try this. Or I'll just do it this way.
Daniels isn't answering her rig link. What's your status?
I found a shock pad I could use on the barricade. I'm heading back there now.
Watch the voltage on that pad. I'm not losing anyone else.
I could have sworn I had a stasis pack. I guess I must have used it. So, I gotta go find a stasis recharge station. I think there was one. Well, there has to be. Because otherwise I'd get soft locked and I'd rather not go through most of this again. Either that, or there might be like a store or something that I can go to. Oh, yeah, right here. But yeah, I hope all of you are having a good start to your weekends. I unfortunately work 2 jobs, so I generally have a really inconsistent schedule. But I hope everyone's having a good start to their weekend. Oh shit! Ooh, that was a close one. That's actually the first time I've been grabbed like that and had to do the QTE. But see, like, a lot of the advertising for the Callisto Protocol was like, oh, well, the death scenes in this game are super incredible and, like, high detailed. Which, to be fair, the Callisto Protocol looks like it'll be a fun game for a Dead Space fan. Not necessarily, like, a standard run-of-the-mill horror fan. Dead Space Remake, like, I hope that they, kept, like, the death animations, or at least expanded upon them. Because that was a big thing with the original game, was just how many ways Isaac can get dismembered. Just another thing I'm not a fan of, the new QTE animations here. Well, why is that? I mean, like, to me, it looks less jank. Because in the original game, the QTE animations were very janky. But that's just my personal opinion. Like, I'm not a purist or anything. I think I can probably spare like one stasis pack. So I'm gonna try that theory of switching to the same suit. Okay, yeah, that was correct. BTB41, you were 100% correct, because now I can unequip the suit. While I really love the 2008 suit, I do want to play through this as legitimately as possible. So I will be using the original intended suits, at least for my first playthrough, because I will be doing a New Game Plus. But I think what'll happen is once I'm done with this, I'm probably going to stream Skies of Arcadia. Just because I don't want to do, like, Dead Space, like, for every stream for, like, the next week and a half or so. Just so there's a little bit more variety in the stream, and people who aren't really fans of horror games can get in on the action, too. Take cover to detonate. You should stream Fallout. Don't even start with that, Sarah. There's a whole reason I came to Twitch instead of staying on YouTube full-time. TLDR, the camera movement was a lot more visceral in the original. The camera leans back and slightly shakes when bitten. Yeah, I mean, it kind of gives you that old, like, 1980s-esque, like, camera shakiness.
Level 2 security clearance required.
Remember, when you reach the morgue, find Captain Mathias' body. Get his rig codes, and the computer's all ours.
I'm gonna sit up just a little bit in my chair. Okay. Fuck this shit. Well, it said fuck this ship. In the original game, there was, like, some writing over here that said, like, it's okay to be fucked or something. We are so fucked. Don't open that door. Blah, blah. Yeah, because like right over here or something, there'd be like some guy under it that wrote, "Hey, it's okay to be fucked. Bring upgrade parts to the bench to improve weapons and gear." Yep, here it is. Hey, it's okay to be fucked. Or okay to be fucked up.
Security clearance required.
Okay, well here's the emergency room. So, that way's the morgue. So... Wait, Harris, Oh, he's that, like, that serial killer, that killer that was from the colony in the original game. That's neat. A lot of this lore is completely inconsequential, but it's stuff that matters to me.
Loop and transmit to all personnel. This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed. We need help. Look at his wounds. We can't handle so many trauma cases, and the command crew won't tell us what's happening. He's seizing. Shit. Maybe I have some PHP left.
Shit. Okay, so her hologram is like, where's that table? So she went like this way somewhere. Remove the battery, ensure no power is being used on the circuit breaker. So that means I gotta turn the lights off, but I'm not gonna turn them off just yet because I want to explore the room and kind of see what I can find. Because chances are if the lights are off, I'm gonna miss something and I don't want to miss anything.
Security clearance required. Level 2 security clearance required.
Yep. No. You want me to relay the hints that the game outright tells you in the objectives? You said, yep, okay, sure, I'll say it. Well, I prefer no hints unless asked. Found a recording of Nicole in the emergency room, which shows her running off, but there's nothing in direction except the wall. Either the recording's broken or something else is going on here. Okay, where was that power cell that I just had? Right over here. So, like, maybe she grabbed something from over here? Because she said she was looking for, like, some sort of medicine. And worst comes to worst, I can backtrack. So let me watch this again.
Loop and transmit to all personnel. This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed.
Watch the wires.
We need help.
Okay.
Look at his wounds. We can't handle so many trauma cases, and the command crew won't tell us what's happening. He's seizing. Shit. Maybe I have some PHP left.
Are you talking about this wire here? Okay, so I go this way, and then it stops right here, so there's something here. Is there anything I can do right here? Here, let me grab that, power cord again. Put the power over to that thing right there and see what happens. Okay, so pulse rounds. Emergency shower. Well, there's like a kinesis thing, but... Oh. Oh, shit. Huh. I'll grab that audio log here in a moment.
Medical log, Dr. Nicole Brennan. So much for being paranoid. I repurposed this room to run counseling sessions without unitologists interfering. Now, it's the only place I feel safe. I recovered a limb after yesterday's attack. Medically, it's human tissue with bizarre mutations. But it's just a sample. It's not enough to figure out a cure. Wait, where's that report from engineering? Here. The engineers pulled something out of machinery. Limbs missing, torso intact. Okay. Time for a real autopsy.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my glasses back on. Because I can only play for a little while before my eyes start to get all screwy. I don't like to wear my glasses when I stream because it doesn't detect my blinking as well. There's the ICU. Nope. You've got to be kidding me. 3? Are you fucking kidding me? No! No! Could have gone better, but it also could have gone worse. So I'm not too up in arms about that.
Mercer, it's Terrence Kine. You were in surgery, so I left this with Warwick. He'll be discreet. I just got the latest report from Aegis 7. The situation's worse than Captain Matthias will admit. 40% of the colony's population is now showing symptoms. Depression, hallucinations, more violence. People are
Security
dying down there.
request retrieved.
I know it's linked.
He left me. I woke in the dark with them scratching in the wall.
Oh, I interrupted the audio log. I'm sorry.
And you all locked me in with them. Fuck it. I'll cut them out. I'll cut them out. I'll cut them out.
So let me just test out this pulse rifle secondary, just so I can kind of see like how this works. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Is it like a mine or something? I guess I'll figure it out at some point. Because I'm not sure exactly what this is. Okay, so it is technically a mine. Fuck. So, just a small detail I'd like to point out. In the original game, they were, like, super torn up with, like, ribs and stuff visible. So, like, the fact that they were able to do that just didn't make a lot of sense. But you could just chalk it up to being hallucination to a lot of different things in this game. Because, like, you could really play around in Dead Space with what's actually real and what's just a hallucination on Isaac's part. Fucking knew it.
Hull breach detected.
Holy fuck. So let me see if there's anything else over here. I know that a lot of it was probably sucked out into space, but you never know. Cadaver storage capacity exceeded. That guy could have used a hand. Press the wrong button. It is my unfortunate duty to officially pronounce Captain Benjamin Mathias dead. Reports of the exact circumstances surrounding his death are conflicted and will be left for investigators to determine once we return to port. I will constrain my comments to the condition of his body. Subject was generally good health for his age, though a cursory blood test indicates his leukocyte or some medical term count was very low, with another medical term in particularly almost non-existent. His pre-flight physical exam showed no such problems, indicating rapid onset, but it does not appear to have had any effect on his death. But to record a preliminary verdict of unnatural death. Okay. So basically just describing and logging the death of the captain. Am I frozen? I can't move. Like, it just completely locked up on me. Dead Space? I'm guessing that a cinematic was supposed to play and then it got fucked up. Okay, I have to reload a checkpoint. That's kind of what I figured was going to happen. I mean, it's day one, so I'm not really, like, too... my expectations aren't going to be 100% perfect for this, just because of it being day one. Okay. So at least I wasn't that far. And the autosave is definitely appreciated. I'm just gonna save that. Oh, there are 2 fire extinguishers. Nice. And it just did it again. That's just glorious. Let's see if it works again, and then worst comes to worst, I'll restart the game, and if that doesn't work, I will do a checkpoint from my previous save. I'll have to backtrack a little bit, but as long as I can get through this part, it's not going to be an issue. But I think it, like, I'm actually just going to go straight to the captain's body. Try going straight to the door, grab nothing else, and get as close as you can. Okay. Yeah, because, like, you know, I, like, again, day one, I don't expect it to be perfect. A cinematic should play. Okay, yeah, I think I just wasn't getting enough clearance on the door. I actually don't mind the inclusion of these cutscenes. Holy fucking shit. He actually used the fire extinguisher. That is metal as fuck. Oh, he's still alive. I've got 2 medkits left. Oh shit, I gotta go take out that infector before things get worse. Okay, we're good.
Isaac, what's your status? Do you have the captain's rig?
Fuck me! Ugh. Transmitting codes now. I saw it, Hammond. A flying one turned the captain's body into another one of those things. The same must have happened to Chen.
God. Maybe the command computer has something. Where's Daniels when you need her? Head back to the security checkpoint. It's safer there. At least I can upgrade your clearance.
Security clearance is now level 1. Well, let me actually check this room more thoroughly, because I was kind of getting attacked, so I couldn't really actually thoroughly check it. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything here, because there's a power node in the original game next to the body, but I guess not in this one.
Clearance confirmed.
Isaac,
They're here. What the hell's happening?
the computer says the Ishimura's engines are offline. We're on a decaying orbit toward Aegis 7.
Oh god. I have to get to engineering.
There's no time. That tram station's offline. Unless... Here. Head back to the flight deck. I'll guide you from there. If this damage report's right, there's a shortcut to engineering.
Go to the hangar bay.
Clearance confirmed.
Well, now that I have increased clearance, there should be some lockers, I think, in here that I can access, or at least in one of these adjacent rooms. Yeah, here. Oh.
Level 2 security clearance required.
I definitely need to upgrade the pulse rifle's damage, because it's definitely not doing enough to deter the necromorphs. But the good news is that I believe there's a store somewhere near here. Yeah, right here. Because I can use this to get some med kits. And I've also got some stuff in my storage, I think, like some semiconductors that I can sell. Yeah. I should probably buy some more just to be safe. Like one more each. Better to have it, not need it, not have it. So before I forget, I'm gonna save. Careful, you know the level suit won't cut it in the long run. I appreciate the advice, Spark, but I have played, like, you do know that I have played this game before. At least the original. And we played Dead Space 3 together.
flight deck tram control. Now arriving at flight deck tram control.
Oh, bench. Oh yeah, pulse rifle. Well, I think I might do my suit health first. And then do damage for the pulse rifle. Oh, I'm in an elevator, duh. I think the thing that I'm worried about later, definitely the twitchers or whatever. The ones that move like really quickly, those are probably the ones that I'm the most concerned about, but those don't come on until later. The twitch, oh, ha, ha, ha.
Security reporting retrieved.
See, is there anything in here that I can get? No.
Isaac, this damage report says there's a broken cargo lift just beyond the hangar doors. I'll open them now.
Entering zero gravity.
You'll need your thrusters.
This
to
is
reach
new.
it, but that lift shaft should take you straight down to engineering.
And the fact I'm only on chapter 3, that's really cool. I'm gonna kind of explore around a bit just to see if I can find anything. But just in case there are people in the chat who have not played Dead Space before, I am gonna withhold on spoilers at least as much as I can. Because when I make comparisons to the original game, I'm going to try to make it as spoiler-free as possible, just so the experience is new for me, but also doesn't ruin it for newcomers either. Mostly my comparisons will be at specific spots. Boys, why are you streaming your entire... Okay, don't be a smart ass, Sparkster. I'm not gonna spoil, like, later events in the game that haven't happened yet.
Entering vacuum.
Like, I'm not gonna say, like, oh, well, this event happens in this chapter, and it makes me feel uncomfortable having to go through it again. No, like, I'm not gonna, like, outright say, like, certain things. Mostly just pertain to events that are happening on screen. But this is completely uncharted territory. This was not in the original, so I have no idea where I'm going from here. Oh, there's a lurker over there. You will laugh if I suffocate if... Okay, I need to go that way. Because I'm just staring at the graphics. I mean, it can happen. I mean, it's definitely not Dead Space 3 where you literally have like 4 minutes worth of time on your oxygen. Because let's be honest, in Dead Space 3, I literally probably never ran out of oxygen because it was just excessive, the capacity that they gave you. And I know a lot of that was going like ship to ship in orbit, but, you know. Okay, so it wants me to land here, and then go this way. The door's in 4K resolution, downscaled to 1080p because I don't have a 4K monitor.
Exiting zero gravity. Exiting vacuum.
Fire extinguisher.
Clearance confirmed.
Unworthy of the holy PC embrace. Need I remind you, there's a little thing that I need called money. Anyone? I mean, just the act of upgrading my PC, like, set me back, like, a couple months in terms of, like, certain, savings. Like, I mean, I'm fine. Like, I didn't, like, overspend or, like, get rid of my savings or anything, but it's like, I definitely can't make any, like, huge purchases for a while. Like, I've been saving up for a while to get this, the upgrades to my PC. So the monitor's kind of inconsequential because, like, I don't really play games in 4K anyway. Well, even if I could play them in 4K, just because I prefer performance over visual fidelity. Organic growth and engineering. Okay. I know I'm missing out on some of the lore when I'm just not reading text logs like that, but I'm impatient. I don't want to sit there and read the text logs, you know? You only need 7 credit cards and a really fast car that can outrun the cops, be a true gamer. Car also needs RGBs.
Engineering log. Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple reporting. Christ, I still can't believe the chief is gone. It's all fallen apart since the captain died. Everyone down here is on their last nerve. We thought the rioting was the worst of it. So those things came through the vents. Fuck, those were my lunch buddies, Liz's friends, old boyfriends. And out of nowhere, the engines are screwed. primary's laboring, we're hemorrhaging fuel. Fuck if I know why. I'm taking Danvers to the fuel depot to fix it.
Seeing you in the control room. Any news on the engines?
Yeah, but it makes no sense. They're out of fuel. The centrifuge is offline. We're tethered to a 4 trillion ton payload. Without the engines, it's dragging us down to the planet.
Can you handle it alone?
Sure. Fix the centrifuge, get the fuel running, then do a full restart. But you'll need to stabilize our orbit from there.
Standing by. Fast as you can, Isaac.
So, I liked Hammond in the original, but I like him even more in this, just because he seems like a lot more friendly. Because, like, Hammond just kind of seemed like that jerk-off commander that he cared about the people, but he didn't, like, he wasn't really very friendly, but you grew to like him. And, you know, I actually do like this new Hammond, but of course, like, my heart still goes out to the original. But I appreciate it in a new way. It's kind of like when I play, like, Resident Evil 2 Remake and so on. It's like, I can appreciate the new stuff, but also love the old stuff. I will say this part 2 of the stream is definitely going a lot better. Is that the... Ooh, it's the Ripper! Not my favorite weapon, but any new weapon is definitely welcome. Yeah, because my first part I was kinda... the first part of this stream I got really woozy. Again, probably just because I haven't been drinking enough water. And don't worry, I'm taking care of myself. But it's probably just because I wasn't drinking enough water and I was feeling a little woozy from yesterday. Like, man, like, I tell you what, like, I won't get into that, like, workplace drama, but I definitely need to probably be in a better environment as far as work is concerned.
Security request retrieved.
We need help down in engineering. Danvers, get those wires up. Tell him to shut up. I don't want to. I don't want to. Wait, Henderson, your teeth. He's pulling his teeth out. Just hold it. Where the fuck is security? Oh, God. He's dead. No, he's alive, but he hit that thing pretty hard. What the hell is happening? I don't know. Cancel security request.
Great. I don't know where that leaper is. So I'll pick up my trusty fire extinguisher, and I'll just hold on to that until I see one. Yes, eat various fire-dousing chemicals. My true weapon.
Warning. Fuel reserves depleted. Main engines offline.
Actually, I'm gonna look over here real quick just before I go that way. Just in case I missed anything. Which I probably did, because this looks to be a much larger area. Yeah, some credits.
Refueling sequence activated. Additional fuel required for engine restart.
Did I just fucking kill that thing with a goddamn fire extinguisher? So I'm guessing the other engine refueling station is this way. And while I have played the original multiple times, and I have also streamed it on YouTube before, it's been probably about 5 years since I've played through this game, like, legitimately from start to finish. Because the last time I played it was probably, like, 2018-ish. But now that this game is a thing, I wonder if somebody's going to make a VR chat map of this, because there's already a mod author slash creator that made a Dead Space Ishimura map on VR
filed
chat.
by Jacob Temple. The engine problems aren't a malfunction. Someone shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves to hell and back. We just wasted an hour fixing them. Now we need to restart the south refueling station, but some jackass turned off the power and locked up the circuit breaker. No engines? We're gonna hit planetfall soon. What now? There's gotta be someone around here who had a spare access card. Go see. Wait, you hear that? Never go!
I tell you what, though, visiting that map, this ship in VR chat was surreal. Because, like, it still kind of had the same atmosphere to a degree. So it was like, there was just that expectation that something was going to pop out, but never does, because VR chat is, while advanced, it's not advanced enough for AI as complex as the necromorphs. I just hope that in the future, like, VR chat becomes just even better to where things like that become a possibility. Because there are NPCs, but they're very jank in VR chat. But I guess we'll see. I mean, just in the past year and a half alone, just seeing the rise of AI and stuff is incredible. Because, like 9 years ago when I started playing Dead Space on YouTube for the first time, like, I never would have thought that 9 years later that we'd have, like, AI that could do all this crazy shit.
Isaac. Damn it.
Daniels? You made it.
Thank God. After the bridge, we thought that...
Glad to disappoint. I barricaded myself in the computer core. I can hear them, but I don't think they know I'm here. Isaac, I've tracked down your rig. You're in engineering, right? I'll get myself admin privileges. Maybe I can help.
Okay, so there was a door down here that I could access.
Logging security card. Clearance confirmed. Entering vacuum.
Let me keep the life support on.
Vacuum.
Because I think that's enough power to refuel the engines, but we'll see. The lights are fine because, at the very least, it's still evergreen in terms of the environment. But with the life support off, I'm going to have to constantly worry about my oxygen level. Okay, so it looks like I have to turn both of them off. Shit. Okay. At least it's not that far away. Oh, that's what the problem was, is that I forgot to actually turn the power on. That's a completely new feature, by the way, so it's still taking some getting used to on my part. Okay, we're good. Now we're in business. Now we're cooking with grease. Oh, fuck, a lurker.
Okay, I've got a fuel reader. Only a quarter full, but it should be enough.
I still need to get the secretary running before restart. Someone really
Oh shit, it's still alive.
Move fast, Isaac. Aegis 7's looking damn close out there.
Can't tell if that was the engine shaking or if there was something waiting for me. Okay, I'm gonna use the pulse rifle for now because I'm running low on plasma cutter ammo. That was not a good time to check my inventory or do the waypoint thing. Oh. I'm gonna use this momentary bit of calm, and I'm gonna take a drink of some water. Definitely drink water, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Whew. Oh, buddy. Now, if I were to rate this, like, in terms of, like, horror, I mean, for a newcomer, it's probably going to be absolutely, like, pants-shitting horrifying. But, I mean, since a lot of these encounters are similar enough to the original game, it doesn't necessarily scare me, but, like, gets me on my toes and gets me off guard. Where? Ha ha ha! I'll put that on 3. I forgot that I had the Ripper, but now, for those of you who have been watching, I actually had a strategy involved with this. So I knew that that Infector was going to be there from the original game. So to anticipate this, I made sure that body was so destroyed that it couldn't do anything with it. So when I came back in here, I was completely fine. I'm not really going to worry about saving too many credits for the suit just yet. And that's primarily just because, what's that? Blades. Primarily just because I don't have the schematic for it yet, so there's really no point in saving for it, like, extensively right now. I mean, I will, but just at the moment, I think I just would benefit more from having med kits. But I'm going to keep the pulse rifle equipped for now, just because I don't have a lot of ammo. Or at least I have more now, but I'd rather use the pulse rifle for the time being. Okay.
Clearance confirmed.
Equipment storage, huh? Oh, good. I didn't use that, did I? Okay. And it may be a bit hard to hear because of the game audio and because of my microphone and the fan that I have on in the background. But if you listen closely, you can actually hear Isaac's heartbeat, which you could hear that in the original, but like, it's just, for me, it's just more noticeable. But again, it could just be because I'm experiencing this again for the first time in this remake, so I have no idea. Because again, it's been about 5 years since I played through the game, like, extensively. The only time that I've really touched the original Dead Space and Dead Space 2 were to do, like, gameplay bits for certain commentaries that I was working on.
Decontamination sequence activated. Please stand by.
Come on, come on. Yeah, fuck off. I'm gonna actually switch to the Ripper now.
Decontamination sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
I do like how the computer voice is still the same as in the original, and sometimes even the necromorphs have the same sound effects. Which, I mean, that's a nice touch. I mean, I'm glad they didn't just change everything. Like, I definitely see the respect for the original was very high among the Motive team. Centrifuge control north, centrifuge control south. I got a bad feeling about this, but I'm gonna go this way first just so I can kind of scout out the area and see if there's any items. Oh, dude, okay, that's gnarly. I didn't notice this before, but if you look closely, you can see, like, human bodies just massed up against the wall. So, like, there's one right there, and there's a couple recognizable features in other parts, too. So that's pretty gnarly looking. Well, I got pretty much like twice the ammo for killing it than what I had before, so I guess it was worth the hit. Oh, cool, another save point. I'm definitely glad that this is an actual remake and not just a remaster. Just because the interest in a remaster wouldn't necessarily get a lot of people to play it. Just because it would still be the same game, but like with upgraded visuals, kind of like in Halo 2 Anniversary's case. But I'm glad that this is literally just its own standalone thing.
Entering zero gravity. Warning. Centrifuge offline. Please attach generator modules manually.
Gravity centrifuge room. Okay, so is that a leaper that I hear?
Generator module attached.
See, I heard it, but I don't see it. And that's what concerns me. But I also see a medkit, so that's good. Alright, so... There you are, you motherfucker! Oh my god, it is blending in so well with this area. Like, this is great, but it's not great for me. So I'm gonna land. I can't land. Oh, it's because I'm upside down, that's why I can't land. I think it's better if I take the fight to them on the ground than wasting my time up there. Okay, I should be good for now. I might get rid of some of these oxygen tanks, because as of late I haven't really been needing them. I mean, I might have like need for one or two later. But I'm confident enough in my skills where I feel like I'm not going to actually need it. But again, I could definitely eat my own words with that statement.
module attached. Clutch engaged. All personnel clear for centrifuge restart.
Okay, I have to activate it, but... There's gotta be a control switch somewhere around here. Up here, maybe? Oh, over there. Yeah, but that was a good plan on my part to just kind of take the fight to the ground, because they blend in really well in this room, and I think that's brilliant.
Centrifuge activated. Re-establishing balance with tectonic load.
Manually ignite the engines. This is probably going to be the first time that I die, just because I've always died in the centrifuge room when I played this originally. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming! Yep, there I go. I knew that was gonna happen, but why did I even try? Like, you really have to time that very specifically to get past it. But I'm glad to know that the challenge hasn't been taken away from the original in terms of that specific area.
Looks like the centrifuge is back online. All that's left is restarting the engines, right?
Maybe I was going the
Ready
wrong
when you
way.
are.
Yeah, I was going the wrong way. Because I was just like making a complete beeline towards that area and I wasn't thinking. So I'm going to use stasis on you. I'm dead! Damn it. I took too much time to stasis him, so I think what I'll do for this next bit is I think I'm going to stasis him, run back, and then once he's obliterated, I'll go back and run the rest of the way. Just because, like, I can't afford to lose any time at all when doing this marathon.
Looks like the centrifuge is back online.
Okay, I'm
All
gonna let
that's
it come
left is
around
restarting
one
the
more
engines,
time.
right? Ready when you are.
Okay. Then let it come around. Let that guy come here. Excuse me. Okay. Come on, Isaac. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, you can do it. Okay, I'm gonna let it come around again, because I feel safe with this oxygen recharge here. But it's like, I'm not familiar with the speed of the centrifuge, so I don't know, like, how fast it's gonna go. Oh great, another leaper.
exiting vacuum.
I knew it! Come on, baby, come on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was a lot more intense. I certainly felt like I was in... I actually felt like I was in danger that time. Because since a lot of these animations are more smooth than they were in the original game, like, a lot of these encounters are a lot different in terms of, like, how you play them. Because, like, that was so smooth in terms of how it grabbed me and so forth that I felt like I wasn't hitting my shots properly. And see, that portion right there was considered to be one of the scariest moments of the original game, and it actually almost didn't happen because of how complicated animating it was. So definitely kudos to the motive team for getting that, like, as, like, spot on to the original as possible. I mean, of course, like any sane individual, I'm not a fan of EA, but, I mean, I'll give credit where credit is due. I mean, the motive team looks like they've definitely respected the identity of the original game without bastardizing it like so many other remakes or remasters do. Or re-releases, or like, reboots. Okay, so I've got 60 round magazine with 139 rounds. 827, 11, okay.
Got it. Iris, fuel storage is unlocked. It'll give you access to the engine chamber.
So I can't remember if there was a bonus, like, mission that I'm missing. Okay, yeah, the side mission was the engineering. So, am I on the engineering floor right now? Let me check my map. Okay, I am on engineering, but I gotta find that room where the autopsy was taking place. Okay, plan an autopsy. I am just gonna, like, I don't think I have to necessarily, like, actively look for it. At least I hope not. Because I feel like in just regular exploration I'm going to run into it. But I can't be for certain with anything. So that should be good for the time being.
Entering zero gravity.
Say, Hammond, I cracked the secure files. DEC was here for more than just a mining claim, huh?
What do you mean?
This outbreak started on the colony,
after the miners dug up some artifacts. Something alien.
That's impossible.
But it would explain why Aegis 7 is meant to be off limits, right? Earth Gov's orders. When the miners found the artifact, they reported hallucinations, paranoia, suicides. But the Ishimura brought this marker on board anyway. Like that was a plan.
Wait. A marker.
Okay, back up. Where's this marker now?
In cargo. All packaged up for delivery.
So this area is brand new. Because that's why I'm thinking that, in terms of finding, like, where that autopsy is located, I'm guessing that I'm probably going to find it in one of these areas that's new. Because I think it's going to be a little more obvious when I find the area rather than just, like, shooting into the dark. Because I don't think they'd make it too complicated, but they're not just going to hand it to me either.
Exiting zero gravity.
Ooh, the flamethrower. Not gonna lie, the flamethrower was not the most effective weapon in the original game. Same for the sequels, but I mean, I still liked using it. So, you know, this is definitely new. Oh hey, I recognize this place. This is the area where you can do an infinite credit duplication glitch in the original game.
Engineering log. My last log. Temple reporting. I can't raise anyone on Wriggling. I think my team is gone. I found the kinesis module that someone used to bust the centrifuge. Burned out. Who would sabotage the Ishimura at a time like this? I'll report to the bridge, if anyone's left. And then I'm finding Elizabeth and getting us the hell off this ship.
Okay, I need level 3 clearance to go in there. Which I think I still just have level 1 clearance, so I'm not really, like... I don't really have a lot of access to areas of the ship. But I think the clearance levels have replaced the power nodes in terms of, like, using them for secret doors. Because I haven't seen a single door that's required me to use a power node. Took his friggin' head off with a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher is more deadly than the necromorphs in terms of my playthrough. Is there another one over there? Yep. Okay, so I've got 3 power nodes. Let's see. Stasis zone, air. I'll probably go for size just because that node leads to another HP node. But I am going to upgrade my plasma cutter and pulse rifle. Because I don't think I'm going to use the Ripper, because once I get the contact beam, I'm going to completely just junk the Ripper. But for the most part, I just use the plasma cutter and pulse rifle combo anyway, so anything extra is just that. It's extra, really. Okay, I need to go around. Well, it's telling me to go this way. So I guess maybe there's... Oh, I see. Fire extinguisher time. And I missed. Well, there's another one right here, so... I don't feel like I killed that one, but it's... I guess it's dead anyway.
Clearance confirmed.
Nope. Seems like some of these scares I know are coming, but they still get me. Yeah, so from what I remember, it was one of these rooms that had, like, credits in it. Maybe it was this room. And then in the original game, you would just grab, like, the credits, put them over by this door, and then you'd run up down the hallway and then come back, and then your credits were duplicated for some reason. I don't know why it happened. I guess, like, maybe there's a loading error, but I'm sure that that glitch probably doesn't exist in this one, so I'm not even going to try to attempt it. Just because, like, primarily I'm playing this just to experience it. I'm not really playing it to, like, look and find every little bug and glitch from the original and see if it still exists, because it's not even using the same engine. Scary? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, like Dead Space, again, is my favorite horror game of all time. It was, to be honest with you, it was the first game that actually got me into the horror genre in general. Because before that, I was just so terrified of playing these games because of like jump scares and stuff. But then when I actually played it, I really enjoyed it. And not only was it my first horror game, it's also my favorite. But yeah, like, I think I remember, like, reading an article, like, way back when. Probably, like, I want to say, 2014? 2015? I think it was 2014, but I was reading an article, like, that Dead Space was worth revisiting and something along those lines. And that's when I decided to just install it, because I had the game, probably from, like, a Humble Bundle or something, but I just never touched it. And I am so glad that I did, because Dead Space is just so incredible. And I'm just so happy that I get to re-experience it again for the first time, in a way. We'll say I gotta readjust my chair a little bit, because getting a comfortable chair is very much a challenge. I never had Xbox, but I did have Spyro. Yeah, I have Spyro, but I've just never played it. Even though, like, I'm big on Dragon stuff, like, I've just never actually gotten the opportunity to play Spyro. And it's not for lack of interest, it's just I've got other things that I've been playing. But, you know, anything's possible with this stream. I mean, I'm not constrained by, like, YouTube Let's Plays anymore. So, I definitely have the capability to play something like that if I have the inclination to do so.
Warning. Engine power failure. Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
Also, do you know what time we need to come by Sunday for the thing? I would say probably, like, well, I wouldn't say anywhere from, like, 1 o'clock p.m. CST to any time after that. I don't expect all of us to kind of, like, stay for the entire time.
Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
But, like, I would say in between, like, 1 to 3 o'clock would be good and a good time for, like, your cameo. Unless you actually do want to join, because, like, my friend is lending us their server, so we'll be able to play, like, with 16 plus players, well, bots, rather. That way all of us can play, and then we have bots, so it's, like, going to be pitifully easy, but it's still going to be really fun, because it's going to have all of us playing at the same time.
Engine power failure. Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
And again, thank you so much, Sarah, for all the, like, graphics work that you've done. I know that it's going to be a while until it's completely paid off, but I'm definitely, like, really satisfied with it. Oh, fire extinguisher, nearly missed it.
Engine power failure. Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
Yeah, hell yeah, let your tools do the talking. I mean, inevitably I'm going to miss a few fire extinguishers, but I'm going to destroy as many as possible. Alright, just using that kit. Power required to restart now.
Warning. Engine power failure. Replace power cell.
Okay, I'll check that after the stream, just because I haven't really been looking at Discord while I've been playing, and I've got a bunch of notifications from people. Probably people who were watching, probably a couple other people have been saying stuff, but yeah, I'll take a look at it when I'm done with the stream. I just don't like to stop, look at something, and then come back, you know. Because one thing that I am going to try to see if I can switch settings for in Streamlabs, if I can, is to remove the looking for game to capture screen. Screen. I gotta pronounce it. Screen. So whenever I start a game, or like I go to the live scene, it just shows a blank screen instead of showing the template. Okay, so I need to get a power core, but I gotta find out where it is first. Okay, it's right there, but...
Warning. Engine power failure. Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
So this is where the power cell is, but it won't let me take it, so... Maybe there's a wire or something that I have to destroy, or something I have to turn off first.
Warning. Engine power failure. Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
Yes, computer, I understand. Because I need to put the power cell right there, but it's not letting me take it out, so... oh, up here. And also, fun fact, I actually do have, like, hand tracking for my avatar. I'm just choosing not to use it right now, just because there really isn't much point in using hand tracking when mostly my hands are going to be below what you can see on screen anyway. But, like, when I'm using, like, a controller or something and I'm kind of leaning back in my chair more, then I'll probably use the hand tracking, but as of right now, my head's fine. Fall back. That is not what I intended to throw. Oh, Lord.
Priming ignition chamber. Please stand by.
Okay, I need to switch weapons and run out of ammo.
Engines ready. Please confirm ignition order.
It's okay, nobody complained about Little Head. Dead Space Remake. Okay.
Engines ready. Please confirm ignition order.
I'm gonna pull that up here just so I have it readily available in case I get ambushed again. Yeah, because that's safe.
Isaac, you did it. The Ishimore's moving again.
No thanks to whoever sabotaged the fuck out of these engines.
You bought us time to figure it out. Autopilot's taking us into geostationary orbit.
Wait, you're flying us through the planet crack debris?
That's what the asteroid defense system is for.
But the ADS is offline. I've got the system readouts here.
Hammond, the Ishimura's in rough shape. A couple of bad strikes could finish her off.
Shit. Daniels, give me all the data you have. I'll try to adjust course. Isaac, you disable the tram lockdown from engineering. I'll open up the bridge station. Meet me there. We need to work on this together.
How's streaming going, by the way? You getting famous yet? If you become the next top streamer, can I have all your money? Well, I mean, if I become a really top streamer, then of course I'm going to give you some money, but because I owe pretty much all of this to you, Sarah. I mean, a lot of your inspiration was what got me here, and of course you're the one who did all the art. But, you know, like, I'm not really worried about my analytics. Like, I just am enjoying streaming, just because it's just more fun for me to do this sort of thing live than to just do a video, because, like, I can like with streaming, I can share the link with friends, and then they can tune in live and hang out. Whereas like a video, like if I send it to somebody, I can't guarantee that they're actually gonna watch it. So this is a way for me to hang out, do what I like doing, and not feel as stressed. Because like, I think with Let's Plays, my biggest issue is I can't talk to an invisible audience in a Let's Play. Especially when it's pre-recorded. I've always been really terrible at that. Like, the only times I've ever been able to do a Let's Play series like that were when I played Metro 2033, Metro 2033 Redux, and the original Dead Space when I did Let's Plays. Did you have the beer account like I told you? Yeah, I did. So, it really helps because, like, the only time I glance over is to look at chat, and it helps me run off the assumption that people are here, but they're just not talking at the moment. So, it definitely helps. What ammo do I need the most? Pulse rounds. Yeah, and I think what I like about Streamlabs is that it's very versatile. So, like, last time I streamed earlier today, I noticed that my avatar was blocking a lot of Isaac's back. So I like how I can move it around and resize it a bit. So I realized that it was probably better for me to have myself on the right side of the screen and then move the chat to the left side, just because of how the game is, how everything on screen is implemented. So that really helped a lot to make it a little more visually pleasing. But I'll probably change it back once I go to another game. But the side mission wanted me to go to engineering, but I think that room that they were talking about with, like, the autopsy, I'm guessing that that's something I can't access until I have higher clearance. Hey, I'm gonna go zzz, but I'm gonna leave my account here to lurk. Alright, well, have a good night, Sarah. It's always good to see you. And I very much appreciate you coming in and hanging out. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream either, so... What's this? Oh, that's where I am. That's hydroponics.
Bridge.
Playing elevator music in my head.
Arriving at the bridge.
But I do like how there's no loading screens, because like originally the tram car was a basically like a loading area that ended chapters.
Isaac, I'm looking at the ADS cannons. They're a mess. I'm gonna need your help. I am not losing the Ishimura. Not now.
The Ishimura, Hammond, or the marker?
That artifact they found?
Don't bullshit us. CEC knew all along about the marker, didn't they? Isn't that why you're really here? Corporate wouldn't send the Ishimura for some off-the-books mining. But alien technology, yeah, that fits.
Then how does losing my team fit into this theory?
Hey, knock this shit off. We're into the debris field. We get the ADS back together, or it's over.
Then meet me at the captain's nest. Daniels?
Fine. But I'm going through the ship reports, Hammond. I'm getting some answers.
The hostility's definitely building over time, as opposed to like in the original where everyone was just at each other's throats the whole time. So I really appreciate how it's not just like a one-sided relationship. Okay. Hopefully I get the schematics for the level 3 suit soon, just because I don't have a lot of inventory space right now. Which, I mean, it's good that my slots are filled up with weapons and health and what have you, but at the same time, it's like if I need to pick something up like a semiconductor, I have to really sacrifice something that I may potentially need, which it's not an issue because, I mean, of course I'm going to have to worry about resource management in a survival horror game. But, you know, it's just one of those things. Okay, I think no, I need
level 2 security clearance required.
Maybe use the Ripper to burn through that spare ammo you're not using. Yeah! That might be a good idea. Yeah, because I have like 3 full slots, and I don't really use the Ripper to begin with, but I'm probably going to save it just until I can get the schematics. Because at that point I might just end up selling it for the credits. Okay, I'm giddy Eno here, but oh my god. Oh, I can't even describe the feelings that I have right now. This is exactly how it was, but it looks so much better. Like everything's more detailed, but it's spot on. Oh my god. Spoke too soon.
Containment measures activated.
you okay? At least containment and life support are holding. So far.
Alright, if you give me just one moment, I'm going to take some of my medication. Okay, there we go. Alright, back in business. So if you will just give me just a moment, I'm actually going to reset my my orientation on my VTuber software. It'll take me just a second. It's just so that I'm not looking in some random direction. Okay. So back to that. Back to this. Okay. There we go. Everything should be fixed now. That's where it came from. You know, I know the Ishimura was a mining ship primarily. It's not a warship. It's not like a hospital vessel or anything. But it's like, this bridge looks very strange. But I guess this isn't really like the proper, like, what you'd consider a bridge, because in this area ahead we'll see the captain's nest, which is the kind of like where you would expect like the captain's chair of like a regular naval vessel to be. So I guess this is more like the upper bridge area with like all techie stuff. And for those of you watching who are from my brother Sky's server, yeah, like, I'm definitely not as knowledgeable about, like, naval vessels and things of that nature like he is, so, in terms of, like, ship design, like the Ishimura, like, I can only go based on, like, prior knowledge from other sci-fi movies and games.
Isaac. Sorry. Shit.
No, keep that rifle close. What's that?
The one that attacked me. I managed to trap him in here. His face. I'm not seeing things, right? That's Chen.
You can't help him, Hammond. He's...
You're right. I should... The hell with it.
Escape pod 47 launched.
I'm not gonna make that reference.
Johnston, too. At least she was spared becoming a monster.
We're gonna fix this, Hammond.
In the year 2023, getting expelled from a ship forcefully.
The ADS
I'm not gonna make that reference to that certain game franchise or game that involves hunting imposters. Yeah, this is the captain's nest, so this is where, like, the captain would sit down and so forth.
Here. All I can tell is the ADS power routing is shot.
Well, the administration systems aren't doing much. We could redirect power from there. I'd need to rewire the junction boxes, but we get the ADS cannons back.
Good. Isaac, about what Daniel said. I don't know about any illegal mining or the market. I swear, I'm just here for a repair mission.
Look, Hammond, I don't know you or Daniels well enough to judge, but CEC had to know about the marker.
The company, maybe. But shit like that's above my pay grade. Look, we can get into it later. You'll need a way down to those junction boxes. You can turn the atrium elevators back on from security. You'll have full access. I found a CEC executive key card. I'll upgrade your clearance.
And you upgraded yours already?
Yeah, just in case. And Isaac? I heard something up there. Something big. Watch your back.
I swear it's just a repair mission. Don't look in my locker, please. You totally won't find all the rocks. And hey, little bro, it's good to see ya. My security clearance is now level 2. No shit! Okay, so I'm gonna read this real quick, and then I'll kind of explain. So, Warren Eckhart, authorized by Captain Matthias.
You'll need to reactivate the elevator.
Warren Eckhart, executive access aboard the Ishimura until such time is revoked. Please secure your rig and do not allow others access to restricted areas. So, Warren Eckhart is a character from Dead Space Extraction. He's the executive director of Colonial Mining Operations, as he says multiple times in that game. But, like, this, it's one of those things that I was hoping for where they'd reference characters from Extraction and Downfall. Okay, that's just like a conversation.
Warning. Multiple security protocols have been corrupted. Some areas may be inaccessible. Recommendation. Acquire department rig permissions and compile master security override at this console.
If we don't fix the ADS cannons, I'll be piloting a cloud of shrapnel.
What's that say? Guide to Unitology. Find mining supervisor Dallas's rig. Side mission, you are not authorized. Okay, so I'm probably going to find a lot of these just from corpses that are just laying around. And also, I have been just completely destroying any fire extinguisher that I see. I'm going to miss a couple, but for the most part, I have wiped out pretty much all the fire extinguishers.
Just getting prepped.
Level 3 security clearance required.
Oh, come on, you just gave me level 2? Come on, big boy.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Pretty much just going to be playing Ring Around the Rosie with this guy for a while. Ha! Shit, he's still like full speed even with one arm. Arguably even faster. So let me go back to the river. Yeah, it's bouncing off of him like he was made of metal, so I need to rethink my strategy here. Yeah, because I've done this multiple times in the original, but this is so different that I just Because, like, the regular weak points aren't there, so I'm not sure what to do. There we go. Yeah. How do you like it so far compared to the original? Well, the fact that I'm still playing it nearly 2.5 hours later, well, the second stream, so technically it's been about 6 hours today, but I would say this is a really good combination of, like, the later Dead Space games and the original. I'm really liking it so far. Like, there are things that they changed from the original that I'm a really big fan of because of, like, expanded lore and acknowledging other events, but, I mean, like, I'm definitely not a purist, so I'm not gonna, like, get antsy about certain features that might not be one-to-one, but as far as comparing it to the original, I say this is a very good way to play this game for the first time, especially in this day and age. I would say that it's on par, at least in my eyes, to Resident Evil 4 Remake, or Resident Evil 2 Remake so far. 4 hasn't come out yet.
This is mutiny. The marker must be delivered to the church, whatever the cost.
God's sakes, Ben, listen to yourself. The Ishimura's in crisis, you've cut us off. By Maritime Law Article 5469, I, Dr. Terrence Kine, hereby declare Captain Benjamin Mathias unfit for duty.
Heretic!
Hold him. Ben, you're not yourself. Let me help you.
Traitors, get your hands off me! This is my ship!
Oh my God, you... Ben. You saw I was trying to help him. Doctor, you just killed the captain. We have to take you in. Can't. If the others from the church get a hold of me.
Stop!
Okay, so just to point something out here, that's actually more accurate to how it is in lore. So in Dead Space Downfall, that same event happened. Well, the same event happens on screen in the original game, but, like, in the game, it looks more like an intentional murder because it looks like he stabbed him right in the eye. But in Dead Space Downfall, it looks more like an accident. So it looks like they kind of took the scene from Downfall and kind of, like, worked around that. Because now it looks more like an accident and not an intentional murder on Dr. Kine's part. So that's something that I appreciate. Okay, so I've got 2 power nodes. Damage. Okay, so I got 1 more power node to get more HP. So, like, there was something that I could use at a bench to upgrade, but, like, I don't know. Because it's like, it's a special 2 cartridge rack, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I actually have to unlock all the nodes to get to that special thing. Okay, so that makes sense. I guess he didn't see that one coming. Hardy, hardy, har. You never see it coming.
Atrium elevators are now online. Clearance confirmed.
Yeah, but I said this earlier on stream, little bro. But Benjamin Mathias, the captain, was originally played in Downfall by Jim Cummings. So you have the voice of freaking Winnie the Pooh and Dog from Cat Dog playing the captain. Greetings, I can't hear at the moment due to loud dining room where I am, but I am here. Oh, hey Blaze, good to see you, brother. Can I make us floor 2? So they actually added the original suit from Dead Space 1 as one of the outfits you get, I think in the Deluxe Edition. So, like, it's literally the exact same suit from the original game. Like, they literally just took the model and put it in here and then up-resed it. And, like, made it work with like all the physics and stuff with this game, but like I'll try to show you if I can, but like but it's really cool that they did that because it's kind of like an RE2 remake where you can wear the original RPD uniform, and like in Mario Odyssey where you can wear the Mario 64 outfit. What the fuck? I'm going into the storage. Okay, so the storage room is pressure sealed, but the rest of that hallway is not. Yeah, see, like, I took a break earlier, like, I was playing this, like, probably around 2 or 3 o'clock when it first, like, actually released. Well, it released at 10 o'clock this morning, but, like, I slept for a little bit and then didn't get to play until, like, 3.
I'm reading electrical hazards on the floor ahead of you.
60-year-old dead plane doesn't play well with power surges.
Watch your step.
But, like, I stopped playing because I was feeling a little woozy earlier. I think I was just dehydrated and a bunch of other things. Plus, I think it was good for me to take a break anyway because I actually finished up JoJo Part 2 with my mom earlier. That's actually a series that I've been introducing to my mother for a little while now. And I've been having a blast showing her one of my favorite animes. I mean, I've seen all of, like, Part 1 through 6, so I've seen, like, all the anime has to offer. So, like, it's not my first time going through JoJo, but it's just really nice to see my mom's reaction to a lot of the spoilery moments of JoJo.
Clearance confirmed.
So my day's been, like, it's a mix of Dead Space and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Honestly, it's hilarious, and I wish I was watching it with you. Yeah, but, you know, can't really help that we live so far away from each other. But yeah, little bro, feel free to text her or message her pictures of Dio, just tease her. Smokey is also trying to say hi. Well, hi, Smokey. I mean, you probably want to play with my ears, don't you? I bet it's very, very tempting to bap at the screen when you see these flippity-floppity ears. Come on, Smokey, you know you want to. I will say the game is definitely a lot brighter than, or a lot darker than the original. Like, it actually feels like the ship's power is failing, whereas as opposed to the original game where everything was lit up like a freaking Christmas tree. You're thinking the opposite, yeah. See, I don't remember if I ever got you to play Dead Space, or you watched me play it. I don't remember, like, how I introduced you to it. They're Flash clones. So, I explained this a bit earlier, so the reason why there are, the lurker necromorphs are a thing is because there were Flash clones on the ship in the medical bay basically grown without any higher brain functions in order to replace limbs and organs of engineers that may have potentially gotten injured. So that's how there are baby necromorphs on the ship. I never played it yet. Because I couldn't remember if I ever bought this game for you or if I ever showed it to you, but I know you know about it. Like, you know, my memory gets foggy as I get older.
Power transferred from mining administration to ADS cannons.
Just got an update. Power diverted from mining administration network. That's one. We still need more power. A couple more systems should do it.
Not gonna survive that disco inferno. He needs some milk. Yeah, like Dead Space 1, like, I highly recommend anyone who hasn't tried it to definitely play it. That's why, like, I've always advocated for, like, playing the original game first before you play the remake. Of course, I don't follow my own advice because I played Resident Evil 2 Remake before I touched the original. But that's a different case because I just was never really into the tank controls of the original Resident Evil games. Like, it wasn't that it was impossible for me, it's just, I just was taken out of the experience a little too much, just because I'm not good at that style of game. But, yeah, like, for sure, like, I recommend playing the original first, just so you can appreciate all the changes that they made, because a lot of these are necessary changes, and quality of life things. Is that the contact beam? Please tell me that's the contact beam. Yes! It was from a different era, kind of like the MC1. Yeah. So that means I'm going to sell the Ripper when I get to the store. The contact beam is basically your pseudo-Spartan laser. And see, like, DMC1 was originally Resident Evil 4. That's why a lot of the changes in that game, or a lot of the, like, the way that it looks and the theming, like, looks very Resident Evil-esque. Because, like, originally Dante was going to be a character called Tony Redgrave, and there was going to be, like, some paranormal stuff with it. And, of course, that eventually evolved into Resident Evil 3.5, which was a demonstration that had, like, some paranormal elements until we got RE4 as it is. But then RE4 came out, and then the developers of Dead Space 1, I think they were originally going to make a System Shock sequel, but then they saw Resident Evil 4, and they're like, we're going to make something kind of like that. So Resident Evil 4 is not a bad game to get inspired by, and as it shows, like, Dead Space, like, stands on its own. Dead Space stands on its own as a very, like, one of the best horror games ever made. And it's my personal favorite horror game. Like, I love Resident Evil 4, it's my favorite Resident Evil game, next to 7, but I will say that, I do enjoy Dead Space more, just because Dead Space primarily was my very first horror game, because I avoided the genre up until I played Dead Space for the first time, which was like 2014 or something. I mean, I don't really count Left 4 Dead as a horror game, because it's more of an arcade zombie shooter. Now we all know that RE5 is your favorite. Yes, RE5 is my favorite. I mean, like, who knows? Like, maybe, like, they'll pull, like, a Chris Redfield level shit, and Isaac's literally gonna punch a fucking boulder into space or something. Uh-oh, somebody was doing some ritual work in here.
What's that? A recording? Huh. Must be the marker they dug up.
So it is the same. That marker. That's the symbol of the Church of Unitology.
Didn't take you for a believer, Isaac.
My mother was. But if they found this on some alien planet, what does that mean?
That Unitology's onto something?
Unitology's full of shit. Forget it.
Yeah, so from my very, like, blank understanding of these ritual circles in the first place, from what I gather, like, when you do something like this, you have to stay in the center because that's where you're protected. That's the whole point of the circle, is to stay in the center, because that's kind of like, this is like your shield. Think of like that SpongeBob episode with the sea bear circle. That's kind of the same concept with these sorts of things. And the only reason I know that is because I have a lot of pagan friends, so this is just knowledge that I know, like, yeah, and Demon Bear Circle. Okay, so this is just, like, telling us what the Church of Unitology is. Anti-Demon Bear Circle. Bad Baby Circle. Oh, hey Dio. I just now, like, for some reason the colors on the Streamlabs are different than what's actually in the chat, so, like, I confused your names for a second, because you both have the first letter D in your first name, and then the second, like, your last name also starts with a J, so I got confused for a second, because, forgive my dyslexia. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue. But I am going to explore these rooms a little bit first, just because I don't want to lose anything. Okay, that's where the ritual circle was. Looks like there's something in there that I can get. But chances are I probably don't have enough clearance, or it's locked. No worries, it's alright, just an unfortunate coincidence. Yeah, because you both have the same, like, you have the initials of D and then J. I'm just glad that my name is just simple enough. Like, of course there's my nickname that starts with a B, but of course, like, my stream name is just I know, so it's very easy to remember, and even if you get it wrong, you still get it right. Okay, so another change they made here. So in the original game, this area was, the gravity in this room was, like, messed up. So if you would step on these areas, it would push you up to the ceiling and kill you automatically. So I'm glad that they changed it to electricity, because that makes more sense. Okay, I've got 2 health kits left. Well, I guess I can use that stasis module. Okay, I definitely need to get more ammo. Oh, dear lord. scratch that. 1 med kit. But once I leave this area, I think I'm gonna go to the store anyway, so I mean, it's inconsequential. But at the same time, I'd rather have that insurance of not having to worry about using a med kit. Actually, you told me to go back to the circle. Because it's the circle of life. Please don't sue me, Disney. Oh, dear Lord in heaven. I completely forgot that there was a brute in this room. Well, at least there are medkits there, but it's not gonna matter in the long run because he's gonna rip me to pieces. Well, I guess this is a good opportunity to take out the contact beam. Okay, get rid of the Ripper. Come on. Oh man, that was... I was like super happy when I did that too on my thing. It would appear that you go by many aliases, though of course you know the one we sort of baked together. I'll call you Eno here though, because well, Twitch took a mad bite, that one. Yeah, I go by quite a few different aliases, because some of them are like ones that I've had for years, and then others like are related to other projects. And then, you know, I just have my nicknames. But, like, I wanted to... Like, with Twitch, I wanted to be doing something completely new. So I just... This name for myself is one that I chose to... for simplicity's sake, and just because, you know, I like the name. Because, like, I kind of want to do this thing without being tied to any of my prior projects, because I just kind of want to have that independence and not have to worry about expectations from an old audience.